Hello, my beautiful Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Thank you for joining me here on your general love reading for August 2020. Remember that these messages are general for my collective. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please take the messages as they resonate. And if you'd like to share, like, subscribe, comment, it's so much appreciated. Thank you to all my old and recent subscribers. You guys are awesome. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and you can reach out if you need a personal reading, an astrology report through my Etsy shop, or if you'd like to purchase a crystal bracelet. I have plenty of those on my website, so please take a look at those. They're all made by me and charged up with the best of the best energies for you to tap into whatever your soul is calling you to do. So Scorpio, I have a few decks here on my desk, and I always use my intuition and see which one Spirit is pulling me towards. For some reason, I was pulled towards the Star Seed deck, the new one that I've just purchased by Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel, as you can see here. So Star Seeds are basically are us as beings who are connecting to our galactic roots and our star families. So if you don't resonate with that message, well then maybe it's not for you. But the message here really comes in strong for a lot of my Scorpios watching, which says, cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Some of you have hit rock bottom in certain relationship situations. Could be relationships from the past that are coming up to the surface of your subconscious now to reveal where in your subconscious have you been blocking those subconscious, limitations. Where have you been limiting and restricting yourself from being cracked open? Because some of us might have been single for the last few years, but somehow we lost touch of what truly was the heart of the matter, what truly wounded us. So for some of you, this means that August will be a month where you are going to be forced to be cracked open, where your heart will probably feel like it's going through some energetic upgrades, where you're feeling a little bit of chest heaviness, where you feel your body aching, or just something within your energy field is changing. And it's all about you connecting to your higher self in order to surrender to what Spirit has in store for you. So the alchemy of life really means transformation. And a lot of you have gone through that transformational, phase where you've had to hit rock bottom and then rise above like the phoenix. But others, you're still in that process. So be gentle with yourself. I can see here that you're still very much, again, there's the restrictions, the limitations from the past. This can be at a subconscious level that maybe is coming to reveal itself through what is going on in your external world. So you see here, she still has the mask in her hand here. It's not on her face. So she's taking that step to reveal her true self, because the mask is the part of ourself that wants to hide, and the part of ourselves that is not honest and not coming from a place of integrity. So at least she's taking that first step, but there's still some level of attachment to fear or to some darkness, something from the past that is enabling her to fully expand into who she's supposed to be at this time. So those are the two cards that came up, guys. And you see we have the heartbreak, broken heart, number 9. For many of you, this has been an ending, a recent ending, and for others, well, this is speaking of past subconscious stuff that is now coming up because it is time. You're leveling up in vibration. You don't want to. You see there's barrier. It's crazy how all the cards at the bottom of the deck, it's telling me that there's been this barrier, and I think it's an emotional barrier where you haven't been able to face the difficult emotions Yeah, the difficult emotions. Some of you have not been honest with yourselves, have not been in a place of integrity. Some of you are dealing with people from the past who are not honest, who are deceitful. So how are we still holding on to those energies is the question here, and is what is coming up. Also some level of anxiety, fear, insecurity in the month of August for you guys. Now, I do myself feel it in the air, and I do feel it within my own energy field. So I feel like it is going to be a collective energy, and especially when Mars is squaring Pluto, I believe, next week. So Mars being the warrior, right? The god of war, who wants to move forward, who is brave, who wants to just face things. But it's squaring Pluto next week. Squares mean challenges, so there's some type of conflict of interest with Pluto. Is one of your ruling planets, right? Mars is your ruling planet. You have 2 ruling planets. How blessed are you guys? So on some level it's saying confront those emotions, those things in your life that are keeping you trapped from transforming and rising above. Okay, so what else, Spirit, are we going to do here? Okay, let's get some mermaid. So I'm using my new decks that I've just purchased, messages from the mermaids. Let's see what messages come up. What messages does my Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs need to know for the month of August? Yeah, look at this. Turn away, saying goodbye, walking away. For some of you, this is walking away from situations, people, places, things. But for others, it's saying that last goodbye to the old you. To the old you that is shedding its skin now. You're shedding an old skin. Some of you might be holding on to a part of you. So explore that in the month of August. What are you still holding on to? Is coming up for you here. All right, another one, innocence. Innocence comes up to tell us that, you know, some of us might have been gullible in the past. Some of us might have been naive in the past. This is, you know, when we're too innocent, when we don't see the facts, when we're not realistic, when we're giving people the benefit of the doubt constantly. This is a reminder to be careful with that. But it's also a reminder about how you are meant to preserve your innocence in this difficult time where you're trying to say goodbye and turn away and move on from people, places, and things. And it's a part of that energy of being cracked open, of purging, of allowing your true emotions to be felt and to rise, to come to the surface. We're no longer lurking in the darkness. This is what it's saying. So innocence, it's saying, here we go, feelings. Some of you really need to tap into those emotions. It's the emotional body that's coming up when we're being cracked open. One more, please, Spirit. Contemplation. Yeah, some of you are doing a lot of contemplation. Past, present, future. Looking back to your past. Holding on to what is valuable, what is true for you with the innocence card. There's some level of contemplation. Maybe you're dealing with someone who is overly contemplative. There's some type of stagnation here when contemplation comes in as a message, right? So take the messages as they resonate, but these feel like they're all getting ready. These messages are helping you to get ready to raise that vibration. All right, let's get into the tarot. I'm using the Witch's Tarot here. So what is the energy, the overall energy, please, that Scorpio needs to, yeah. Hierophant. The Hierophant number 5 is, for some of you, commitment, traditions, belief systems. What are you holding on to as belief systems? This is divine order. Everything is as it should be. Who are you turning to? This is the master. Look how she's teaching. She's the mentor. Who are you reaching out to? Are you the master of your own reality? Are you taking control of your own reality? This is what I'm getting with this card. But there's also this, again, this feeling, this energy of I'm contemplating, right? Because the contemplation. I'm contemplating, I'm closing my eyes, I'm meditating. I know that this card traditionally doesn't speak of all of this, but this is what I'm getting from the card here. I'm just in tune. I'm trying to be in tune with my higher self in this position. And this is how I become the master of my reality. Like I said, for some of you, you're walking away, you're turning away from a relationship that was disappointing, deceitful. There's some level of attachment. You're still holding on. Maybe you're holding on because there's, you know, you're still having to see this person in your life. They're the father of your children, or somehow, somewhere you have to face them. So there's some level of attachment there on the physical plane. Nine of Pentacles. This is you moving into your own true self as an independent woman or man, right? You building yourself back up. Enjoying the fruits of your labor. Interesting. Moving from being completely committed. Remember here, they're committed to this yoga class, to this whatever it is, this tradition, this belief system. But look how she's just in tune with her own energy here, reading a book, drinking her wine, really enjoying the fruits of her labors here. Putting her hat down. You see how her hat is on the floor? She is secure in her own self, energetically speaking. Okay, wow, King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Maybe this had to do with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Or this means you're embodying the energy of the King of Swords, who is factual, who has to make decisions, who is very honest, who's realistic. He's very logical. He's cold though. So maybe a part of you has turned cold and detached, emotionally detached. He tends to contemplate, whether you're male or female. He tends to contemplate a little bit here because he's logical. He sees things from a logical point of view. Let's get some more messages from my beautiful Scorpios. Ace of Swords. You might have this King of Swords who is ready to communicate, or maybe this is you ready to communicate. Looking up to the sky and being clear. Ace of Swords is clarity. We're getting information. We're getting some level of clarity here with the Ace of Swords. Can come from this King of Swords, like I said, or is this you being clear? Finally getting clear with the universe. With the sun, this is illumination, guys, clarity. I was feeling it. So the sun card, you see, this is joy. This is everything is clear when the sun shines. We see everything. The sun puts a spotlight on everything. Something here needs to be clarified, or will be clarified. And this also can speak of Leo season. So we are in Leo season, right? So, or you're dealing with a Leo. This Leo has helped you to become more in your own vibration of self-sufficiency, of independence, of not relying on others. King of Pentacles with the Nine of Swords. Okay, so now we have another king. This can be another person. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy, right? He's very reliable. He's very stable. He can be a really great boss, a really great provider. He's a provider. But something about him is keeping you up at night. Nine of Swords. Lots of worries, lots of anxieties, not being able to sleep. Or maybe this is his energy. Take it as it resonates. For some of you, you are worried of being in this place of not being able to provide. Three of Pentacles. This is working with other people. You might have met this person at work through some type of teamwork, collaboration. Working together. Working together. With the Ten of Swords, this means some type of teamwork and collaboration or work thing ended. Ten of Swords. But you're not giving up on something. You see how she's still reaching for her broom? Something's ended, but it feels like she or he is not giving up. What other messages can we pull through here? Page of Wands. Look at that. There is hope. There is passion. There is excitement with the Page of Wands. But you see how he's he's contemplating. You see how he's contemplating on whether or not he should follow this road, the yellow brick road? And the cat, which is the spirit guide, I feel, with the lizard here at the bottom, are calling him, guiding him or her towards a new adventure. Yeah, there's some type of guidance here with the High Priestess. You feel it in the air. Again, with this Page of Swords, I've seen it before. Page of Swords, watching, investigating. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Someone is not able to communicate properly, appropriately. They like to investigate, they like to research before starting something. Maybe that might be your energy. But feels like something has come to an end. Something is becoming heavier and heavier. The pressure's on. There's a lot of overwhelming energy here with the Ten of Wands, where we're walking up and it feels heavy. It feels like you can't do it anymore. Seven of Cups. You might be confused. There might be a lot of options. There might be a lot to choose from. There's just too much going on, right? With the Seven of Cups. But this can also speak of illusions. It's the illusion that there's something, that there's all these options or all this craziness. Someone is not completely being honest here. Are you buying into the illusions? Are you not being honest? You're not looking at the facts. With the Knight of Wands, this is a fast energy. The Knight of Wands. You know, the Knight of Wands wants to come and rescue, but then it's very quick to leave. Very, very quick to leave. So it's like this in and out. I'm in, but then I'm quickly out. So maybe that's the illusion. The illusion that this energy is not stable. But in fact, he is, or this offer is. King of Pentacles is stable, it's rooted, it's grounded, it's reliable, it's practical. And this is why maybe you're worried, right? There's this overly excessive stress that comes up here. All for a reason, right? All right, what else can we get, Spirit, from these messages for August? All right, we're going to use the romance angels. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. I don't know if this is you or the person you're dealing with, but someone is still attached, right? We still see some level of attachment. Okay, so what are you still holding on to? Restrictions, limitations. Could be drugs, could be alcohol, could be self-sabotage, could be patterns that keep on repeating itself. You're just used to a type of something, and you're just, it's preventing you from growing. It's preventing you from being cracked open. Some of you are holding on to this idea of being married. Some of you are still holding on to the codependency issues that comes with you staying in this unhealthy relationship. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take with. Express your love. Ooh. For some of you, you've been so used to being independent with that Nine of Pentacles. You've been so used to being alone that now the universe, you're at a point where you're meant to be in union, because there's certain lessons in karmically that need to be learned when you're in union. So maybe this is what it's talking of for some of you, where now you're being cracked open, where you have to now be open to taking the steps you're guided to take. Remember when I said there were some spirit guides that are guiding you to take the first step, to open up, to be vulnerable, expressing your love? That has to come from a place of vulnerability. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Interesting. Yeah, bottom of the deck, it's safe for you to love. For some of you are still having to deal with that. To open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Are you ready to open up? Are you ready to be cracked open and take that leap of faith? You don't know what's coming on the other side. You don't know if this is actually going to work out in the long run. But Spirit is definitely telling you to cut the cords. Cut the cords to whatever it is that puts you in this spot of deceit. Because from the very, very start, we had being cracked open here, surrendering to what the universe has in store for you, to what you, your highest self, signed up for. Okay, we're going to get some last messages. Communicate clearly. So some of you will have to learn how to communicate, your emotions, how you feel about someone. Express your love. Make the effort, right? This is about communicating. For some of you, you're going to meet someone who's going to communicate how they feel about you. We got the King of Swords. Some of you are going to get some type of information here. Trust. Yeah. Isn't this what I was feeling? There's a lack of trust with the Nine of Swords. Not trusting that this partnership can work out, that this person can give you what you need. What other messages, please, Spirit? Yes, they're agreeing with me. Yes. When the sun and the moon align, so definitely something happened during eclipse season. These lunar phases really hit us hard. They really catapulted us to a higher frequency. So for some of you, it's still difficult to, release. You're still in the process of releasing and being cracked open. And as I speak about cycles and rhythms, cycles of the moon, Maeve, the goddess Maeve says, honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. Honor your emotions, the cycles of the ebbs and flows of how we're feeling. We're going to end this reading with a Moonology card and see what comes up. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Again, some of you are very narrow-minded when it comes to something here. You're overly analyzing something, right? We had the contemplation card. So how can we look at this turn of events, this whatever it is that's coming through for you? How can we look at it from a different perspective? Sagittarius is belief systems. It's higher learning. It's looking at things and not being all caught up in the details. We have to simplify our life right now and not make it too complicated by looking at the bigger picture. So guys, I hope these messages were helpful and insightful. Yeah, some of you definitely went through some conclusions, some are about to go through an ending here, so it all makes sense, right? With every message that came through here. Honor your emotions, honor where you're at in your journey, and please do reach out if you need a personal reading. I am so appreciative for everybody who's liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Please take care.